Hello and welcome back to another Shenandoah University esports broadcast. We're coming back at you tonight with some good old-fashioned esports tower show matches. I'll be your host, Ryan Bleckenhorn, and joining me on the desk tonight is, of course, the lovely and wonderful Alexander T. Kresek. Alexander, how are you doing today, my friend?
Hello, I am doing fantastic. It's always a wonder to be here on the desk with you, and of course, for some more Overwatch action. I could not be more excited. I'm just ready to get into it. It just feels like a good day, a good night to just watch some good old-fashioned Overwatch.
Yeah, got some good old-fashioned Overwatch 2 gameplay. Nothing too crazy about it. We got the Tigers and the Lions, and then later we're going to see the Sharks and the Dolphins, the good old-fashioned Battle of Land and Battle of the Sea coming back at you tonight. So, going to be sort of just fun to get back into it, get back into that groove of those good old-fashioned matches.
I love all the goods, all the olds, all the fashions, all together into one. I mean, we've seen a lot of fantastic action going on leading up to this week. Obviously, we've had some really incredible and really intense show matches just leading up to this, and tonight is no different. We get another double set of show matches where the players are going to be mixed and scrambled around a little bit. We're finding the ultimate team, I think. And wow, there's just so much talent that I don't even know if the ultimate team exists, because when we were looking at the teams last week, I thought that was the ultimate team. I thought both of those teams were the pinnacle of what Esports Tower has to offer because of how stacked both of the rosters were. But who knows? Maybe we're about to find that again tonight.
Yeah, you never know. The joys of having these show matches is you can really rearrange in every possible way how you want these teams to be put out, so that when we get to the Rumble, it's like, all right, what's the team to look out for, or what players do not want to put together, so there isn't like that sort of overhauling kind of team out there. But that all being said, let's go ahead and take a look at what maps we're going, or what map one, I should say, will be tonight, and that's going to be Nepal, which is going to be interesting to see. But before we get into it, let me tell you something, Alex, that I've been working on. All right,
tell me.
If you want to be seen by expert college recruiters, talk directly to esports industry insiders like pro athletes, team general managers, and game producers, then welcome to the club. Esports Tower players get insider access to industry insights, and with our featured Rumbles, recruiters are taking notice too. It's a great way to score exposure if you were looking to start your path pro or land a college scholarship. So how do you like that? I've been working a little bit on that one, but working a little bit to see how that was going to play out with the pro scene. You know what I mean? Or land college scholarships.
I'm so happy that you remembered. That's exactly what I wanted to do. I need to be a part of the club, as you so graciously reminded me. But yeah, of course, a huge shout out to Esports Tower. They're doing a lot of great things over there. They've got some phenomenal coaches. If you haven't seen the players versus coaches, you definitely need to go back and watch that, because, wow.
Yeah. Coaches.
Those coaches are insane.
Kind of proved by their coaches.
So good, yeah.
Yeah, so, it's going to be cool to see. You definitely go check those guys out. But, of course, that means that you are going to have coaches who help teach these players for tonight's games to see how they competed, and sort of the compositions that we're going to be seeing. We saw a little bit of it last week, but now that those comps have started to solidify a little bit more, the meta is coming out a little bit more in depth after that balance change come up. Being able to see that composition come back out, a lot more brawl, a lot more ball, is going to be interesting to see from these teams.
Oh gosh, no, please. I didn't want to see more ball.
Hey, you never know. And it looks like the players are ready, so let's get into our first show match of the night, the land battle. The Lions and the Tigers coming at you tonight. We're going to have King Swiffer, Frozen Phoenix, Blank, Elixir, and Triplet on the Lions. Tigers, we're going to have Troll, Naiwo, Zenical, Control, and Mango. Two very solid rosters. Alex, just when you thought that there was one ultimate roster, we're coming back with two really good wins here.
Exactly. And we get to see some names that we haven't seen in a while, like Frozen Phoenix, like Blank, like Elixir. And then, of course, we get to see some of these bigger names that we have seen really recently, like Naiwu, like Zenical, like King Swiffer, Control, Troll, Mango, just a lot of kind of mixing, matching, and seeing some players that we haven't seen in a while. So I'm really excited to see how they fit into these compositions and how well they play out. And right now it's looking like we are seeing a similar composition. We're going to see both Kirikos, both Lucios, both Rhines, and then the DPS is where we started to see some changes. Elixir opting for the Sojourn, Blank opting for the patented Junkrat, and then of course Zenical. Interestingly enough, we have seen Zenical play a lot of the Sojourn, but is opting for the Reaper this time around, and Troll for that Ashe. Mango going to find a quick headshot onto King Swiffer. You cannot mess around with Mango.
No, you cannot. But Blank and Elixir are going to be doing some damage in the backlines. Elixir going to find another rail shot onto Troll. Elixir with a third kill here onto the Tigers. The Lions will come out on top, even though King Swiffer dies early in that fight to Mango. But like you said, that patented Junkrat coming out. Blank, probably one of the, honestly, probably one of the best Junkrats in Esports Tower here is just, and you see it so often. Elixir finding a nice headshot onto Troll, making this fight last even just shorter time for the Lions to take control here, as we are going to see Blank find a kill as well onto Mango looking on this corner angle. Elixir going to go in for some more damage and is going to go for this Reinhardt. You got to get out of there, Naiwo, because Elixir's on top of you. Not going to let it get out, though, as Triple will find the kill, and Blank just throwing the nades of death into the spawn.
I mean, what can you do at this point? Once your Reinhardt goes down, you have no protection from the rain of terror that Blank is just raining down. Triple going to get credited with another kill, and right now the Lions are in complete control right now. It's hard to believe that only 40 seconds have passed, that there is still so much time left, but the Tigers need to make something happen. We are going to see Blank use the tire. A great Suzu used by the Kiriko to keep the team alive, only for a minute though, as we are seeing the rest of the Tigers being picked up now. But good to survive the tire at least for a second.
Yeah, I was actually a little impressed Blank used that tire a little bit early. You see the cleanse comes out and still goes off, so maybe there's that communication of saying, all right, I'm going to tire, we're going to make sure to use cleanse, and all of us go in at the same time. The Lions playing that perfectly. Blank's going to find another early pick. The Tigers are just struggling to fully regroup here and fully find this fight because Lions are just on top of them. They're not going to let them go anywhere. The Tigers, unfortunately, just not able to find that opening area to go through, and the Lions are just pouncing on the Tigers right now.
They are indeed. The Tigers have an opportunity here. They are going to use that Kiriko ultimate, but Mango gets taken down. Blank has another tire? What? Elixir finds 2 more kills. Blank finds another as well, and the Tigers just cannot leave their spawn room. Even when they have that Kasune rush, it is just not enough.
Yeah, the DPS on the side of the Lions, Blank and Elixir, are just doing so much work right now and finding those really starter picks. And when you're going up against these brawl comps, you need to have everyone on your team. Because if you aren't going to have everyone, then you're going to end up in a situation where Tigers were, where they just couldn't press forward. They couldn't go into the Lions, and they were just able to really secure that den and not let the Tigers go forward.
Yeah, but here we go. Nepal Part 2. We get to figure out if the Tigers have an answer, and already they're looking to change something up, particularly in that DPS and that tank lineup, right? Troll deciding, hey, we got to just mirror them. We're going to see, lied. We are going to at least see Zenical switching over to the Sojourn, a character that we've seen Zenical play a lot. We know that they're very competent with this. Naiwu, not on the Hog, because Hog is kind of having a little bit of a rough time right now, and instead on the Ball, who might be able to make something different happen here, maybe able to get past that Reinhardt shield, really mess with that DPS line. Control dies almost instantaneously to the Blank explosion. Troll now on this Tracer, trying to be a little bit of annoying, but has just taken so much damage at the start of the fight.
Yeah, and one thing here is I like the switch over to Ball, but unfortunately, going up against this type of brawl composition where you have Blank and Elixir on these massive damage-producing roles, not a small damage like Sombra Tracer, you have Junkrat and Sojourn. These heroes do so much damage.
So much.
And you're running this sort of composition. We are going to see the Brig switch for Control, which is what I really wanted to see at the start of this. So now we are going to see that switch come over. But unfortunately, you've already lost 21%. Control going to fall off the map, unfortunately. And Mango will fall as well. Tigers, no support lines here. And the Lions are just walking on the Tigers right now and not letting them get any sort of advantage. As Zenical will fall down to Elixir to another rail shot. These DPS on the side of the Lions are just not playing nice.
They are not indeed, and the Tigers just can't get through this line. I mean, Frozen Phoenix has been doing such a great job of diverting attention, allowing Elixir and Blank to have so much free reign and allow them to do whatever they want. A great Fire Strike. Frozen Phoenix gets so many of these members down low, looking for an opportunity for the Shattered. Picks up control with the charge. How? How does that even happen?
Yeah, Frozen Phoenix is just has quite literally flipped the map on the Tigers, as the Tigers will flip the point. However, Frozen Phoenix, you have to be careful though, because this Shatter is coming from your spawn doors, and you have to be worried about that, as Elixir will find a rail headshot onto Zenical and make them fall down. Elixir finding another one onto Mango. Frozen Phoenix, no Shatter used yet. Charge comes in, can't quite find the charge connection there, as Elixir does find bow support, so no longer you have to worry about that. The Shatter's going to come in. Unfortunately,
goodness.
Frozen Phoenix, Control is going to not be able to block that. Troll will find Triplet with a pulse bomb, but at this point, not really going to matter. One ult used for the Lions, and you are just really feeling yourselves as if you're the Lions right now.
You are, and they have 4 ultimates on deck as well. Frozen Phoenix almost halfway already to the next Shatter. I mean, really, if you're the Tigers, there's not really... I don't even know what you can do to get back into this. Blank waiting patiently for Troll, gets the insta-kill. They're 2 ultimates, and that's the support ultimates online for the Tigers. They're going to need to make their charge now. Rally comes out, but again, there's no one here to back them up. It's just the supports trying to make something happen, and they're both going to eat that tire.
Yeah, and Blank will find that final kill, stopping the Tigers from going forward, and the Lions with a very dominant victory on map 1 already.
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, both of these teams, a very stacked lineup, but right now the Lions looking like they are truly the king of the jungle. Not able to be stopped. Elixir and Blank in particular, just such a fearsome duo. Look at Elixir just picking these people off.
Yeah, Elixir and Blank as this DPS duo is definitely a duo you have to be scared of when looking at, because you're saying, all right, there's a Blank, there's an Elixir, there's a Junkrat, there's a Sojourn. I mean, both of these heroes, yeah, Junkrat got nerfed, okay? But when you're a player like Blank...
Did he get nerfed, though?
Yeah, like when you're a player like Blank and you're watching the game, you think, okay, yeah, Ryan, you're lying. There definitely hasn't been a nerf to Junkrat. But listen, Blank is just
sure
good.
about that? Yeah.
I'm pretty sure he got nerfed. But Blank, on the other hand, says, no, I'm going to make sure this hero can continue to be used.
I think it's really interesting. What we've seen in ET in particular is there are a few players who are really good at Junkrat in particular, who spend a lot of time on Junkrat, Blank being one of them, and you're just like, this character is amazing. This is the best character in the world. Like, what do you counter Junkrat with? Pharah? No way. Blank will just boost himself up there and kill them in the air. Well, how do you even deal with this?
Yeah, it's kind of like those situations where you watch a player like Blank and you're like, oh, it really makes me want to go play some Junkrat in Overwatch competitive, and then you realize you're bronze. Anyways,
like, how does he do it? I'm so bad at this character.
Yeah, that one hits a little close to home for me. But anyways, let's take a look at map number 2, as we are going to go on to Rialto, which is going to be a little interesting to see both these teams go up against. We might see the Ryan on the attacking side, or the Ball on the attacking side, and Ryan on the defensive side.
Yeah, I mean, we have already seen that Frozen Phoenix is very comfortable on this Reinhardt. We know that Naiwu can play the Ball. We saw a little bit of Ball happening last time. It's just, can the Ball give you the utility, give you the advantage that you need, especially when you're going up against some very confident DPS that maybe you want a shield for?
Yeah, that's my thing, right? Is if you want to run that shield, I'm a little worried to run that shield, because Ryan Shield does not have as much as it had in Overwatch 1.
True.
And when you're going up against a Sojourn and a Junkrat,
shield explodes.
How long are you going to have that shield? It's about the same amount of time you're going to have your break shield up, in my opinion. So
I mean, it's really like a risk versus reward situation where do you want the shield to protect your squishies for a little bit, or do you want no shield and they
hope for the best.
Yeah, hope for the best. See you guys. You'll take care of yourself, right? All right, I'll catch you later.
I'll go see you guys on the aside when, I'm charging into their spawn doors. That's a little bit of a nice little hi to Frozen Phoenix there.
True.
Who is charging into the spawn doors.
Literally flip the map.
And just Frozen Phoenix, by the way.
Yeah.
It was just Frozen Phoenix. It wasn't an entire map flip with the whole team. Just Frozen Phoenix.
Yep, just Frozen Phoenix.
But we are going to be getting into Rialto here. Maybe we'll see some Reinhardt in the spawn doors. Maybe we'll see some Orisa. Who knows as we get back into the game. A little bit of a switch here for Lions going to be subbing in Block Boy and Okay. Block Boy instead of Frozen Phoenix here. Tigers still looking at the same roster as we just saw.
I mean, Block Boy, another one of those people who really excels with certain characters like the Reaper or the Kiriko as well. So it'll be interesting, especially when you sub out Frozen Phoenix, who is an incredible Reinhardt player. Give the tank role to King Swiffer, who can just dominate on anything. In particular, we saw the Orisa, but the Ramatra, of course, is one of those characters that he excels with as well.
Yeah, and for the Tigers, we're going to see a little bit of a switch up here. Naiwo going to be on Mercy, and we're going to see Zenical still in that DPS role, but wait, I said Naiwo's on Mercy. Naiwo's on Ashe. My apologies. Troll going to be on Sigma. The Lions, Block Boy is going to be on that Kiriko. Blank and Elixir locking in their DPS of choice as we are approaching 2 seconds left for Matra and Sigma. So my prediction was way off, so, I guess that's okay, as we are going to see the Sigma's actually going to be on the attacking side, which I still would have been wrong if I predicted these two tanks.
I think it's also really interesting to see this double sniper lineup that we have out of the Tigers, really trying to get the most out of what they can do. Triplet going on the super aggressive here. Elixir finds Zenical, and again, the Tigers are struggling to come out strong. Wow, King Swiffer is immediately in the backline here. Blank finds Naiwu. That's both the DPS taken down. Triplet finds control, and already the Tigers are pushed back into their spawn just because of how aggressive the Lions can get.
Yeah, and when you're getting pushed into the spawn of Rialto, you gotta be scared, right? Because Blank can just throw his grenades in over and over again right off that back wall and ricochet them, and you have to be careful. We're going to see Zenical switch over to this Sojourn, put some pressure on as the Tigers now going to be able to start moving this payload forward just a little bit here, but Lions already going to be looking close to that Ramatra ultimate, that Annihilation. Blank on the flank right now, but Zenical is going to spot them. Going to be looking, starts putting some damage in, and Naiba will find the Dynamite kill onto Blank. Control, however, will fall to Elixir. Triplet finding a kill of their own onto Zenical, and now King Swiffer going to play aggressive here. No Annihilation comes out yet, but is going to be right in the spawn. Nemesis Fortin comes out as they're going to be searching for a kill. Does find Naiwa as they're trying to retreat into spawn, and the Lions keeping this aggression on the Tigers.
I mean, do you even need Annihilation if you're forcing them to res right in front of spawn doors like that? The Nemesis form is enough of an Annihilation in itself right now. The Tigers just can't find what they're looking for, especially with Elixir just having this high ground looking down. We are going to see the Kasune Rush from the Tigers, but they still can't find much. They are able to find King Swiffer, and now they find Blink as well. They get the res onto Naiwu. Never mind, this was the perfect ultimate the Tigers needed to get back into this game.
Yeah, Tigers able to start pushing this forward here. They're going to be looking at Valkyrie, Flux, and potentially Naiwu getting that ultimate up as well, but Lions are going to be coming in with all 5 of their ultimates. So the Tigers need to play some good disengage tool here, especially if they start engaging early on the side of the Lions, because you have so much power if you're the Lions. And Blank is going to find Naiwo. Triple will fall down to Zenical, so Beat is no longer in the favor of the Lions, but you still have that Tiger coming out online. Flux is going to come out as well. Troll looking for that kill and is going to find it. Blank will find Nango. No Kirkos on either side as Nemesis Force is going to come out from King Swiffer and fall down to Troll. Zenical will fall as well to Blank, and Lions coming out on top in this fight.
And look at that. They used 1 ultimate. They used Blank's ultimate, and that is it. They still have 4 ultimates available to them. Tigers will be looking at 3 coming into this next fight, but again, they're at an ult deficit, and when we see things like the Lions, they don't even need the ults to win the fights. Of course, Naiwu will find a quick pick onto Blank, and that is what they need to start things off. But again, 4 members of the Lions still have ultimates. Troll finds Block Boy. This might be the opening they need. Time is running out. 50 seconds remaining. King Swiffer still has Annihilation, and there it is, popped along with the Nemesis form. Kiriko barely gets away, but for how long? Elixir finds Mango, and they're just hunting down Troll. The rest of the team is taken out. 30 seconds remaining. Tigers have 1 ultimate to play with, and it's not looking good.
Yeah, Tigers only that overclock online. Lions did use 3 ults of their own there, though. Annihilation, Sound Barrier, and overclock were used. Zenical going to be looking to find some damage. You don't want to get picked early, though. You have 18 seconds left. And if your overclock falls down and you're going up against Block Boy and this Kirk ultimate, you are not going to be in good looks. However, that is great looking forward as Troll's going to find Triplet. No more Lucio for that disengage. Zenical not popping this overclock quite yet here as overtime is going to be ticking away in just a second. Blank and Elixir are going to find 2 kills of their own as Troll's going to find Block Boy. Mango will find a kill onto King Swiffer, but Control will fall down to Elixir. Mango sitting behind uses that swift step to try to keep Troll alive as fast as they can. That Kitsune Rush does come out. Blank looking for those next kills. Going to be looking hard. The tire is ready. Is going to use it and find anyone on the cart. Is going to get destroyed though by Trolls. Troll's going to keep this up. Naiwo switched over to that Sombra. Is going to find the kill on the Blank. Control finding Elixir, and the Lions are falling to the Tigers right now, who are somehow still alive in this fight.
I mean, it's overtime right now, so we just need to see the Lions have one good hold, get them off the point for a little bit here. King Swiffer trying to make some space, trying to set up a presence here to allow the rest of the team to come back. Block Boy taking some damage in the backline, just barely makes that alive, and now they need to protect this point. We are going to see the Flux come out. Blank finds a kill. King Swiffer finds a kill. King Swiffer now staying alive in this Nemesis form. Troll might be the last one alive. Mango gets taken down as well. Troll has no more healing.
King Swiffer.
Oh my goodness. King Swiffer with a triple kill. Oh, and picks up Troll at the end, and a great hold from the Lions. The Tigers can't even get to that first checkpoint.
Yeah, that was some really good play from the Tigers, able to still win that on no ultimates. That Tiger Destroy from Troll was vital in continuing forward, but unfortunately, you have players like King Swiffer on that Ramatra who's able to come in, wait for the rest of the Lions to back him up. Blank comes in from the flank, finds a pick onto, I believe it was Mango, and King Swiffer was just able to walk in with Nemesis form. That 10 meters of just damage pumping at you is so scary and so just such a pressure tool from the Lions, and they were able to win that fight. Tigers, unfortunately, not able to build up any more ultimates outside of that Flux and are going to fall, but we saw some signs of life there from the Tigers as we're going to see Nilo look at the Hanzo.
Ooh, the Hanzo from Naiwo. We have seen Naiwo. We know that Naiwo has accuracy, can hit these shots. And yeah, I agree. I think we have seen a lot out of the Tigers. We've seen them make some really interesting moves in the past here where we have seen, you know, characters like Triplet, like Block Boy, who can stay alive a little bit longer than, you know, normal. But here we've seen the Tigers find those picks onto that support lineup, forcing the Lions to play without their supports, which is so crazy to me. And somehow they still win out these fights because their DPS is insane.
Yeah, and it looks like that was just a quick little pause, but we're back in the game already here. Lions going to be looking at basically everything the exact same except for the supports here. Block Boy on the Moira and Triplet. Wait, sorry, Triplet on the Moira, Block Boy on the Ana. This is going to be something a little bit more interesting. Moira is a little underrated in the Overwatch community right now, as I've heard. And it's mostly because of that ability that Moira now has. The more damage she does, the faster she can reload her healing. So something to be aware of as Naiwa's going to find an early pick onto Elixir and start this fight off strong for the defense.
I think they were ready for a sniper start, but I don't think they were ready for a Hanzo sniper start. And, you know, Naiwa able to get a quick first pick, but it's okay. The Lions can just readjust and come back stronger. Elixir knows what to look out for, but the big thing is so much damage is being put to the tank and Block Boy in the back. Block Boy will be taken down, but not before King Swiffer finds a pick onto Control. This opens up the site, opens up the point for the Lions to start pushing in, and we're going to see some trades, but Lions are winning out on these trades as Triplet finds Zenical.
Yeah, Triplet's going to be sitting behind the Tigers and able to find that kill. King Swiffer with that Nemesis form, finding 2 on the Mango and Troll. The Nemesis form from King Swiffer on this Ramatra is just doing so much work. Elixir going to find that kill onto Control as well, and now we're going to see the Lions push forward.
Is this it?
Blank's just going to throw some damage in onto Naiwa. We're going to see the switch from Troll over onto the ball here. Blank finds another one on the Zenical. Triplet is in the spawn doors. Has a nice little wave to Mango, takes him out. King Swiffer on the Nemesis form finds Troll, and there's just one member left here. Naiwa going to be camped in the spawn by Blank right now, going to find the kill, and oh
my
no.
gosh. Almost went for a swim, but it doesn't matter. The Lions win in record speed. Holy cow, they flipped this point so fast.
Yeah, Lions are just completely annihilating
Yeah.
with this Ramatra. And yeah, if you like that pun there, Alex, there you go.
I did.
Speaking of annihilating, the annihilation from King Swiffer, the nemesis form from King Swiffer in this game, did so much work, and you just can't sleep on it. I mean, King Swiffer has really taken this Ramatra gameplay to another level.
Yes, it has completely elevated it. I mean, we talk so much about how strong that annihilation is. Yes, it did get nerfed, so it doesn't last forever, but it is still around. It still does a lot of damage. But the Nemesis form, I feel like anytime King Swiffer switched into the Nemesis form, there were kills being had.
Yeah.
So, I mean, what can you do against King Swiffer? The Tigers looking a little rough right now. They don't quite have the answers. This is a best of 5 show match, so this is match point for the Lions. I can't believe we're saying this already because of how quick it has been. The Lions have just had such a dominant performance when they have members that we haven't seen in a while, like Frozen Phoenix, like Elixir, that have been maybe a little bit quieter, and now they're coming out, they're showing out. In particular, Elixir and Blank have just been making a statement.
Yeah, and you asked, what can you do about it? And I'll tell you what you can do about it. You can clip it and ship it on all the social media. So be sure to go check out at Esports Tower. That is going to be everywhere you want to go find them at Esports Tower. It's everywhere. Everywhere you want to go find them.
Absolutely.
That's going to be TikTok, Twitch, Instagram, Twitter, probably YouTube Facebook
probably.
Gaming. I don't know.
You just type in Esports Tower, you'll find them.
And of course, if you want to see more of us, go check us out as well. That's going to be at Shenmue Esports. That's going to be on TikTok, Instagram, and Twitter. And then, of course, on the Shenandoah Esports, and that is going to be on YouTube and Twitch.
Yeah. And maybe Facebook too.
Yeah, maybe Facebook. Gotta get that Facebook gaming reputation out there.
The fact that you said Facebook, I don't even think Facebook gaming still exists, if I'm going to be
not?
honest.
I'm going to be honest, I haven't been paying attention.
But make sure to follow Esports Tower and follow Shenandoah as well. We promise us good content all around, and you won't be disappointed.
Yeah, and speaking of following along, let's follow along the map set for map number 3 here, which is going to be Numbani. The dive map itself, one of the truly game-making dive comps that I said that way wrong.
Yeah, okay.
But one of the maps that really revolve around that dive composition on the attacking side. Yes, you can sometimes play Brawl on the attack and walk up those stairs and engage, but a lot of times you're going to see Monkey, you're going to see Ball, you're going to see Diva, those types of heroes coming out on top onto Numbani just like you would on Gibraltar.
Yeah, so there's a lot of different compositions that we might be able to see, some that we don't normally get to see. But I think something that I really love is that we have seen Rialto, Numbani maps that weren't in the rotation before, and now they're back in the rotation, so we get to see a little bit more variation in the map pool, a little bit more variation in the maps that we get to go to. So I'm excited to see what these players will do on Numbani and what sort of adaptation we're going to see out of the Tigers, because remember, this is match point for the Lions. They just need one more, and they're done. The Tigers need to change up something. They need to have some sort of adaptation, some sort of composition in order to prevent themselves from being sent home.
Yeah, and I wouldn't mind seeing Havana now that that's back in the rotation, but I know there's some issues with that map that people have said, so I will leave that alone. But the players are ready for this match point for the Lions, one map away from taking this series of land home tonight. The Tigers looking to come back on top, look for this reverse sweep, but the Lions making a really good play right now, really able to just pounce on the Tigers and not let them play their game.
I mean, it really is. What are we seeing already? A little bit of a switch. Frozen Phoenix comes back. Blank is subbed out. So Frozen Phoenix will be on that tank lineup. King Swiffer taking over the DPS role for the Lions. On the side of the Tigers, they are bringing in the big guns. Sweatpants is here to play.
Yeah, and here's this dive comp that I was mentioning. Zenical on the Echo. This is a very Overwatch 1 style composition back in Double Bubble when you had that Zarya, that Winston, Echo, Ashe on a Lucio. So this is going to be a comp that the Tigers are probably going to be very comfortable playing. This is a comp that isn't too new. The only difference is the fact that they're Overwatch 2 styled and not Overwatch 1 style, but the way you play this composition on this specific map is going to be almost identical to how you played it back in Overwatch 1. So the Tigers probably chose this map for that reason, being able to play this composition in the way they're used to playing it. Elixir gonna get dove on and forced out of that high ground, and Sweatpants doing a really, really good job right now keeping that pressure on the Lions and forcing them off high ground. As Xenopal's gonna find an early pick onto Elixir. King Swiffer will fall next to Sweatpants, and now we're gonna see the Lions look for their next victim, but unfortunately not gonna be able to find any, as Sweatpants will find the kill on the Block Boy. Xenocal searching for more, as we are gonna see Frozen Phoenix on this ball, will find control, but is it going to be enough as Triple will fall down to Sweatpants? Sweatpants is just taking away the composition. Focus Beam comes out, but luckily we are going to see Frozen Phoenix come out alive, but not before 2 ticks. Potentially all 3 are going to be taken by the Tigers.
I don't even know if the Lions can get back in time. Oh, we are going to see Frozen Phoenix gets on the point just in time, but it's not enough. Frozen Phoenix gets taken down. No one else is around, and with that, the Tigers have an explosive start.
Yeah, and Mango will get credited for that final kill there. King Swiffer finds the trap kill on the Sweatpants. That's probably jumped into that one. I know I've done that more than a few times. So we are going to see Sweatpants not going to be able to push as far forward as they would like to. King Swiffer will help with that, though, and take out Troll. And now Frozen Phoenix grappling away here as they're going to be going back straight into the Tigers. And this is a vital hold here. If the Lions can take this hold close up to this Numbani section, then they can have a chance to really take a lot of time off the bank.
Ooh.
Mines going to come out. Unfortunately, not going to find anyone, but is going to make some major space. And as I say that, Xenocal will end up flying into the mines and be taken out there. And Frozen Phoenix able to use these mines here, as we're going to see more mines being thrown in by King Swiffer over here on the Junkrat, doing some really good damage and major pressure onto the Tigers.
Yeah, I mean, you said it, right? This is the hold that the Lions need to have. They need to put pressure on them, and they were able to hold it for a little bit, but once Sweatpants jumps in, the entire composition falls. We're going to see Triplet use that Kitsune Rush to make more space. Elixir finds a kill, but Control strikes back, finding Triplet. Now they're in this tight building here. King Swiffer will have a lot of damage to throw out, but it's just not enough. There's too many Tigers around. They're just pouncing on any opportunity that they can to take down some of these Lions, and with that, Frozen Phoenix also falls, and the Tigers have an open runway.
Yeah, this Control Sweatpants duo right now is so incredibly good. Having that Lucio go in with your Winston, having so much damage done, and then having Xenocal be able to also help out and go in and dive in and troll, having that damage in the background. This composition is so aggressive on Numbani, and that's why you really have to be careful, because this team, the Tigers, know exactly how to play it, and they're doing it perfectly. They are not letting the Lions take advantage of these good holds, and they're just taking them out early. Sweatpants going to find an early pick on the King Swiffer and make this fight pretty easy for the Tigers to continue forward, as Elixir will find Sweatpants. Beat will come out from Control to try to keep the rest of the team alive. Blockboy pulls out the pistol but won't find anyone. As Troll is going to find Frozen Phoenix here. Tigers still alive in this fight. Blockboy, the pistol comes back out but still cannot find Control, as Troll will find Triplet here on the Moira, and the point will be captured, and we're going to see the Lions try to retreat. Blockboy falls low and will be taken out by Control.
And this is really where we're seeing Control do what Control does best, and that is just be an annoying Lucio player who is still getting kills, is just being so evasive while still bombarding your targets with damage, sprinkling them with hits here and there, booping them around, and just making life difficult, especially for Elixir, who has had such a strong start, such a great start to this series, and now Elixir just struggling to make anything happen at all because of the positioning of Control and the oppressiveness of this Lucio.
Yeah, King Swiffer gonna just tire around and find Mango. Sweatpants with the Primal Rage will find Elixir, though, so trades on either side as the amp will come out, and we're gonna see, we are gonna end up seeing Frozen Phoenix fall low and eventually fall down. Your Troll is so aggressive on this Lucio, just goes after anyone that they can find. Xenocal will be credited with that kill on to King Swiffer, but Control and Sweatpants going back in. Control falls low, but we'll be able to get out with that Lucio speed and take the mini. Stay alive. Elixir with Overclock online. Lions, that's the only really... Okay, and Coalescence are going to be online for the Lions, but the Tigers going to be looking at Beat. Almost have Nano. Bob is going to be used by Troll, as well as Duplicate ready to go. And this is just such an easy fight for the Tigers. As I say that, Triple will find 2 with Coalescence. 2 more will fall on the side of the Lions. Trip them with a 3K, 4K on the Coalescence. 1 more, and that's a team kill for that Coalescence triplet. They were a little quiet in games 1 and 2, but they are coming back on top.
They got all 5. I
That-
can't
yep,
believe
that's
it.
5.
They got all 5. Triplet exploding with this Coalescence. Ryan, you said it right. They were a little bit quiet, kind of uncharacteristic for Triplet, but here they are popping off. The 4-man Coalescence into the 5th kill. That is a penta. King Swiffer coming back with the Reaper, finding one as well. Sweatpants falls, and this is what I think needed to happen a little bit earlier, is having a Reaper to counter this Monkey, to counter engage, if you will, whenever Sweatpants jumps in. Elixir popping off as well. What is happening? What is happening here with the Lions? Where did they go? And they've come back now.
Yeah, Lions figured out what the problem was, how to take out this composition, and that was to get a Winston of their own. Frozen Phoenix going to be on this Winston, Block Boy on the Mercy, King Swiffer on the Reaper, Triplet on the Moira, and Elixir still on that Sojourn, but this is the lines that you saw in game 1 and 2, and now the Tigers need to be a little bit worried. They need to be a little bit more cautious about how they want to play this game, because now we're going to see Sweatpants not going to be able to use as much of that aggression as we've seen in the past. Troll will find an early pick onto King Swiffer and do a lot of damage, but the Primal Rage is going to come out from Frozen Phoenix, who is now going to be attacking onto Mango here. Nano is going to come out, as well as Sound Barrier from the Tigers. Overclock is going to be popped by Elixir, but is going to be taken down by Zenical. The Duplicate's going to come alive from Zenical as well, and will copy the Winston. Frozen Phoenix going to fall really low here. Troll's going to find a pick onto Block Boy. We're going to end up seeing that King Swiffer's going to fall low, but is going to get out alive. Frozen Phoenix jumping away for their life, and will find Troll. The Sleep Dart comes out, and Frozen Phoenix will be taking a quick little nap, but Coalescence is back. Triplet is back. A kill comes out onto Control. Phoenix is back alive and will take out Zenical, and the Lions on top of everything right now, as Sweatpants will find Frozen Phoenix, but it's going to be left out to dry by the rest of the Lions. Triplet will find that final kill, and the Lions come out on top with just under a minute remaining.
Yeah, 50 seconds left. The Tigers were rolling through this entire map, and of course, obviously, this last checkpoint is the hardest to collect on, to finish off on, but the Lions have just been playing out of their mind for this final section. They've really been doing everything right. They've kind of tightened up some of the holes that we saw earlier that allowed the Tigers to get everything that they needed to and more. And now the Tigers don't really have a response just yet. Elixir gets taken down by Troll. Elixir has now switched over to the Tracer. But other way around, Elixir takes down Troll. That's my bad. Frozen Phoenix finds Mango. And again, the Tigers are on the back foot. And the Lions just holding and standing their ground here. 8 seconds left. Elixir finds another. I think this is all she wrote.
Yeah, 2 seconds left, and when you have players like Elixir fighting those early picks, there's only so much you can do. The Tigers are going to have 3 ultimates here, almost all 4. Troll find a nice pick to help it out, but Lion's going to pop out that Primal Rage. But we're going to see Coalescence be used by Triplet. Triplet's going to be taken out, though, by Mango. Troll looking for these picks and going to try to find this pick onto the Reaper, but can't find it. Elixir will end up finding Troll. King Swiffer will fall down to Sweatpants. Mango using that Coalescence will find Frozen Phoenix. We don't see the Coalescence, but it's there, I promise you, as we are going to see Sweatpants find the pick on to Elixir here. Mango and Frozen Phoenix going to be looking at these picks, as Zenical is going to find one of their own. All of the Tigers finding their picks. Overtime ticking away, as Tigers will find this completion.
Wow, I didn't think it would happen. I really didn't. The Tigers were on the back foot. They were down members, and all of a sudden, the ult usage really just turned the fight completely. The Lions just falling one by one by one. I think they also thought that it was over. They split up. They got caught out, and they were taken down. So now it's up to the Lions to complete this map as well, bring us to an overtime if they want to finish out this round. If not, the Tigers, they're looking really strong. Numani seems like a Tiger map.
Yeah, and, Mango, I'm thinking it's all because of her. That invisible Coalescence comes out on top and does help win the fight. In all honesty, though, as Zenical and Sweatpants are able to find picks of their own. But Troll was very uncontested there for a little